Shocking, dramatic, and exciting isn't what I'd describe the announcement for Marvel's upcoming Avengers film Doomsday as. But man, what an excellent marketing job. And I get it, there'll be a lot of people who will say that it was terrible, that they didn't know what they were doing, and that it was a waste of time. And to that I say, so what? Now, to be clear, me saying so what has to do with the marketer in me. Any marketer worth their salt can easily tell you that as a what seemed to be quickly thrown together campaign, this did exactly what it needed to do.
We are the future, Charles, not them. They no longer matter.
Marvel didn't just announce Avengers Doomsday. They weaponized nostalgia in a way that was both brilliant and maybe borderline manipulative. Over the past few years, we've seen Disney lean hard into nostalgia to boost struggling franchises. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, no kidding.
And sometimes it backfires. Sorry, DC, but I mean, come on. But with Doomsday, Marvel seems to have perfected the formula by teasing the return of legacy characters from past Marvel eras. Think about it. Old school MCU fans who grew up with the original Avengers? Check. Fox X-Men fans who never thought they'd see these characters again outside of Wolverine? Interested to see where it goes. People who fell off the MCU bandwagon after Endgame.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
And they didn't just tease these returns, they made them feel essential to the movie's story. It's a very clear attempt to make it not seem like Doomsday will be a cheap cameo cash grab. At least that's what they want us to believe. But no, instead, this is supposed to be a big multiversal event that's justified in bringing back fan favorite characters. But let's be honest, at times, nostalgia can be a double-edged sword. If the story is weak or the returning characters feel forced, audiences will see right through it. Marvel is gambling on nostalgia being enough to win back lapsed fans, and while it is an effective marketing tool, it's not a guaranteed box office success. So while this move was a genius way to reignite fan excitement, it also sets up massive expectations, and if Avengers Doomsday doesn't deliver, this could potentially go from being one of Marvel's biggest comebacks to a potential Marvel misfire.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
My apologies.
Now let's talk about something that Disney just put a lot of effort in trying to get you to forget. Their recent struggles. Let's be honest, Disney movies and shows haven't been performing the way they used to. Some of the more recent ones have been, let's say, less than spectacular. Criticism was growing. Talks of Disney losing their magic, disrespecting the IP, and superhero fatigue were becoming mainstream. And in some cases, as a result, Disney was facing some financial challenges. And just when it seemed like their most recent problem in Snow White was about to snowball, the Avengers Doomsday announcement drops. Thus, this wasn't just a movie reveal, this was a strategic distraction. Instead of people talking about Snow White's issues, Disney's internal struggles, the future of the MCU looking uncertain, they were suddenly talking about Avengers Doomsday's insane cast, theories about the movie's plot, and whether or not this could be the biggest Marvel movie since Endgame. That is textbook PR genius. They flipped the narrative and gave people something so interesting that they forgot about the bad press Marvel was getting just weeks before. And if you're a marketer, then you know exactly what the best part about this is. This wasn't just a short-term distraction, this was something that could carry over. The buzz around Doomsday is setting up long-term conversation that will carry Marvel into their next phase.
Is that Bucky? It's a Winter Soldier. That guy's so cool.
Potentially the biggest trick that Disney and Marvel pulled is also its most controversial. They essentially gave nothing but names but made everybody wait 5.5 hours just to make it seem like they were going to show more. Yeah, it's annoying, but it did the trick. They gave us just enough information to spark curiosity, but not enough to actually tell anyone what was going on. Think about what we know about Avengers Doomsday from a factual standpoint. We have a massive multiversal cast, the X-Men are in it, the Thunderbolts are in it, the Fantastic Four are in it. We assume the stakes are high because it's an Avengers movie, but we don't actually know what the plot is. In some ways it's obvious, but in others, not so much. X-Men versus the Avengers? Maybe. The Thunderbolts turning into the Dark Avengers? Possibly. An incursion event? Seems like a likely plot point, but who knows? And that's why, to me, this was incredible marketing. Why? Because Marvel is letting the internet do the marketing for them in the carryover. YouTube channels, Twitter threads, Reddit discussions. Everyone started speculating nonstop. Who is the villain? How does this connect to past Avengers movies? Is this the MCU's answer to Secret Wars? Is this how they bring back classic characters? When fans don't know the full story, they become more engaged because they start filling in the blanks themselves. Marvel understands that anticipation is a more powerful marketing tool than any trailer or poster. The mystery factor keeps audiences talking, theorizing, and most importantly, invested. From here on out, every week, new theories will pop up, new debates will start, and that will mean Doomsday will constantly be talked about without Marvel even lifting a finger. This isn't the first time Disney has pulled a marketing move like this, and it certainly won't be the last. But one thing's for sure, after quite a few PR disasters, expect Disney to take more control over their marketing and public relations. Audience trust is at an all-time low, and earning that back is always a tall order. So while this was a great marketing push, their next official announcement will carry just as much, if not more, weight. But at the very least, Disney is happy this beginning marketing push has worked. Because the biggest issue for any brand isn't a flop. It's when people stop caring altogether.